For my current trends case brief, I focused on the trial of Demidiros versus the Ontario government or the Attorney General's office. The case citation is Demidiros v. Ontario, Attorney General 2013 HRTO 38, and then in brackets CAN32. My presentation will commence on the third slide with a few facts about the case. I'll then continue on, and on slides 4 through 6, I'll focus on the issues, the decision, and finally the rationale of the case. I'll conclude my presentation with an analysis of the decision, and we'll pose a survey question for the class, which you can find on slide 8. So to just run down some facts for you, Lena Demidiros in January of 2013 filed an application under Section 34 of Part 4 of the Human Rights Code of Canada, RSO 1990-C-H19, alleging that discrimination with respects to goods, services, and facilities because of family status, marital status, and sex. The application was filed in relation to legal proceedings related to child custody and support. The original trial was in the year 1994, and the subsequent child support was from the years 1994 to 2011. The applicant believes that she was discriminated against because of the fact that she was self-represented and was not represented by a lawyer. We do know that everyone has a right to an attorney, and Lena Demidiros did not seek that right, and so the applicant seeks a monetary remedy, retrial in the Supreme Court of Canada, with legal counsel paid for at public expenses, and charges laid for perjury against the jury. So the issues I focused upon in my case brief were the applicant's human rights violated by the jury? And 2, was the applicant entitled to legal aid? The final decision of the trial was that the appeal was dismissed. And now I'll be continuing on to the rationale of the appeals and the decision made by the jury. So the rationale regarding the first issue of the case, which was, were the applicant's human rights violated? Lena Demidiros argued that the action of the jury infringed upon her human rights in accordance to the Human Rights Code of Canada. The code focuses upon the respects of discrimination when considering goods and services and facilities because of family status, marital status, and sex. Justice Judith Keene established that there was no connection between the alleged mistreatment and what had occurred in the trial. There's also no evidence proving Lena Demidiros' claim, so the tribunal does not have the power or sufficient evidence to support the claims of unfairness within the grounds listed in the code. The second issue focused upon in my rationale is, was the applicant entitled to legal aid? As a citizen of Canada, Lena Demidiros was in fact titled and had the right to an attorney, but she did not pursue it. The applicant's response to the notice of intent to dismiss that asserted the constitutional right to legal aid was also dismissed for the fact that she had the right to but did not seek the necessary help. The NOID concedes the nature of this matter does require an exception, although it engages in an adjudicative process. Demidiros had the right to an attorney, but she did not pursue it, and that is why she did not receive the decision she wished for, and that is why the case was dismissed. Although Demidiros believes her rights were violated, she also did not take advantage of the rights she was entitled to, which was the right to an attorney. Her claim that the jury was discriminating against her since she was self-represented cannot be proven and is a claim that does not have adequate evidence to support it. It is simply Demidiros' word against the jury's. The Human Rights Code outlines many different rights and respects that are given to Canadian citizens. The claim that was made had no association to the Human Rights Code, and therefore it is dismissible. So to conclude my presentation, I would just like to pose my survey question, which you can see up on the screen, is should Lena Demidiros be given a retrial as she was self-represented in the original trial? Please take into consideration the fact that every Canadian citizen has the right to an attorney, and Lena Demidiros did not pursue any attorney and take advantage of the rights given to her. So once you complete your survey question, that will conclude my presentation. I would like to thank you all for listening, and thank you very much, Mr. Lewis.